Then, now, forever. Together.
Welcome everyone to NXT as we welcome you to the final stop before Spring Breakin, which is right around the corner. And coming up tonight, Jaida Parker will take on Fallon Henley. The winner will take a spot in the gauntlet match for the Women's North American title. And our main event will see the second semi-finals match in the NXT Championship Tournament when Siobhan Evans battles Carmelo Hayes.
Is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing Chase University from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Well, there are 2 spots left in the gauntlet match at Spring Breakin to determine the inaugural Women's North American Champion. So far, Kiana James, Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria have advanced. Who will join them as Thea Hale gets set to face Jacy Jayne here tonight? Thea Hale fired up, as she usually is.
Jacy Jayne.
And here comes somebody that continues to look for her moment.
and from Tampa, Florida, Jacy Jayne.
Jacy Jayne ended her partnership with Gigi Dolan and now looks to upgrade her career and take it to the next level. She has her eyes on that vacant Women's North American Championship, an opportunity for her to make history this Sunday at Spring Breakin. But first, she has to advance. She can knock off Thea Hale here this evening. She will be one step closer to making that history. The referee calls for the bell, and here we go. Thea Hale one-on-one with Jacy Jayne. And the armbar is applied by Hale. Jayne, though, able to escape rather quickly. And now looks to take the fight to her, but Thea's coming right back. Trying to maintain control here in the early stages of this contest. High stakes in our opening matchup. And Jacy taken down. Look at Thea Hale trying to maintain control again with this waistlock. Thea has a mat-based style thanks to her training in Chase University. Now Jacy Jayne trying to utilize her prowess in the striking department. Oh, but now Hale going to take Jacy Jayne for a ride here from the top rope. Nice arm drag. And Hale is feeling it with the senton. Jayne got her knees up. Great counter. Thinking ahead was Jacy Jayne. And now Hale up against the ropes. Precarious predicament here for Thea. And she is just being choked by Jacy. There is no line that Jacy Jayne will not cross to get her will. And here's the cover. First one of the match and a kick out. And now it's Jacy with the head scissors. Big shot to the skull. And Thea Hale trying to mount a comeback here. Jacy out of the way. And now coming off the ropes. Thea gets driven out of the ring. Jacy Jayne in control. Who's punching their ticket to the gauntlet match at Spring Breakin? We are back here on NXT as Jacy Jayne takes on Thea Hale, and the winner will advance to the gauntlet match this Sunday at Spring Breakin for the vacant Women's North American Championship. Separation made there by Thea Hale and oh, taking down Jacy Jayne. There's the senton. And Thea Hale building momentum. From the middle, right went for a senton. No water was in the pool. And now Jacy Jayne trying to capitalise. Countered. And now hooking the arms. Butterfly suplex from Hale. Jayne rolling to the outside. Hale with that look in her eyes. Through the ropes and oh, a crush and burn. Jacy out of the way. And now trying to capitalise on the situation. Back into the ring. And Jacy runs in, gets planted. Thea Hale thinking fast on her feet. Suplex. Launching Jayne. Cover. To advance to Spring Breakin, only a 2 count. Near fall in this match. And now Thea Hale lying in wait. Jacy right to the midsection and a super kick. Covered by Jacy to advance. And a kick out by Thea. And Jacy getting frustrated. She remains focused on the task at hand. Thea just got spiked. And Jacy Jayne showboating to the NXT universe. Lining up Thea Hale, went for a boot. Nobody home. And oh, Jacy lands behind. Into a roll-up. Shoulders down. Jacy Jayne could have her here. Oh, almost did. But Thea Hale was able to raise her shoulder in time. And now off that snapmare takedown, big kick to the face. Cover again to punch her ticket to Sunday. Oh, another 2 count. And now Thea Hale out of nowhere. Trying to catch Jacy by surprise, didn't pay off. And it went for a crossbody there, gets caught. Right into a backbreaker. And now Jacy Jayne hoisting Thea back to her feet. Sending her now into the corner. Jayne runs in, missing out with a back elbow. And Thea from behind, planting Jayne. And Thea Hale running in with a knee. Caught Jayne in the skull. For the win, to advance, kick out. Another near fall between these two women. And now Jayne in the corner. Thea Hale with the hip attack. Right into an exploder. And Hale channeling the energy of the NXT universe. Trying to put Jayne away. Gets reversed. And now gets sent into the corner. Back elbow found its mark. Big right hand. Jacy Jayne is dazed. Thea Hale capitalizing with a Michinoku driver. Boing! The senton connects. And now channeling her mentor Andre Chase. Putting the boots to Jacy Jayne. Thea Hale all fired up, and she may very well be closing in on advancing to Sunday's gauntlet match. Oh, but Jacy again, able to counter. Thea in the corner, shoulder tackles from Jayne. And Thea, you do not want to be there. Jacy Jayne looking for the cannonball. Thea caught her right in the midsection. And now Thea Hale with the world's smallest slam. Oh, and Jacy wisely gets herself out of harm's way. Or maybe not. Look at Thea Hale. Tope Suicida this time connects. Can she capitalise on this situation? Back into the ring goes Jacy. Thea climbing up. Oh, and Jayne met her up there. Met her on the top rope with a forearm smash. And Jayne following up with a boot. Into the cover. Jacy advances to Spring Breakin.
Here is your winner, Jacy Jayne.
Jacy Jayne advances to the gauntlet match on Sunday for the vacant NXT Women's North American title. She joins Lyra Valkyria, Kiana James, and Tatum Paxley.
Booker, I know I came up short in the NXT Championship Tournament, and I need to make up for that. All I'm asking for is an opportunity to get myself into contention for the North American title.
I may not respect some of your decisions, since I signed you to NXT, but I can respect your work ethic. Tonight, you will get what you are after when you take on the champion himself in a non-title match. If you can beat him, you will get your title shot at Spring Breakin.
High stakes tonight for Ethan Page, and that match is next. Ethan Page gonna go one-on-one with the North American champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds. All Ego, Ethan Page.
So if Ethan Page can pin or submit the North American champion here tonight in Dragon Lee, he will receive a championship opportunity this Sunday at Spring Breakin. That is per General Manager Booker T. Here comes the champion.
And his opponent from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, the NXT North American champion,
Dragon Lee has been a great North American champion thus far. He put on one hell of a show at Stand and Deliver when he defended the gold against Nathan Frazier in a ladder match. Could Ethan Page be his next challenger? As we are underway, Ethan Page with a golden opportunity here this evening as what a right hand to kickstart this matchup. Oh, just slamming down the champion, went for a leg drop, couldn't connect. Now Dragon Lee with a chance to get into this. Ethan Page pulled back, and there's a counter. Now hoisting up Dragon Lee, showcasing a bit of power here is Ethan Page to try and end it early. What a statement this would be that Dragon Lee was able to get his shoulder up. Oh, and now the need of a chest. Ethan Page soaking in those boos from the NXT universe. Went for that right hand. Here comes Dragon Lee, firing back. Ethan Page, though, sending him into the corner. Big forearm smash. And now Dragon Lee in a bit of trouble. Ethan Page unloading on the North American champion. Oh, what a clothesline. Caught him on the rebound to the ropes. Another cover to try and end this. Lee gets that shoulder up again. Now Page just laying in to the North American champion. High stakes for Ethan Page tonight. If he can knock off the champion, he will receive a championship opportunity this Sunday. Now back and forth between these two. Big time enziguri, but Ethan Page was able to block it. Smart thinking there, and now hoisting up Lee. Looking for a suplex. Dragon Lee though, right to the back of the leg. Went for a forearm, gets blocked. And Ethan Page again showcasing that power. Planning down the North American champion with authority. Oh, kip up though. And Dragon Lee firing back. There's a boot to the skull. And that'll shut him down. And now look at this. Feet on the ropes, and the referee noticing right away. Great officiating there. Oh, there's the knee strike. That just rooked Ethan Page for the win, and a kick out. Now up to the middle rope goes Dragon Lee. He's about to fly, and Ethan Page gets out of the way. And Ethan now trying this again. Looking for that stalling suplex. Oh no, a brainbuster. Ethan Page could have the matchup won to earn himself a title shot. Kick out. Page now getting frustrated. Oh, what a boot. Driving the champion out of the ring. Ethan Page in control as NXT rolls on. We are back here on NXT, and if Ethan Page can knock off the North American champion Dragon Lee, he will receive a championship opportunity this Sunday at Spring Breakin. And look at Dragon Lee trying to fight out of the submission. He manages to turn it into a pinfall attempt. Shoulders down on Page for a 2 count. And now Ethan Page with Dragon Lee in trouble. But Dragon Lee staying in the fight as well. Nobody home for the knee drop. And look at the striking prowess on display. Ethan Page sidesteps. Plots him down. The side slam. Dragon Lee getting himself out of the ring. And Ethan Page is in pursuit. Both men on the outside now. And Ethan Page wisely sending the champion back into the ring. Trying to preserve his potential opportunity at the gold. Spinning Uranagi, planting down Lee. Here's the cover, shoulders down, and a near fall. That was a close one. Ethan Page one step closer to this big win here this evening. Dragon Lee though with a counter. And now, Dragon Lee trying to rally. Irish whip off the ropes. And oh, Ethan Page getting out of the ring. And is Ethan Page giving up on his opportunity? Oh, he was baiting in the champion. Any means necessary, I guess. The cheap shot by Ethan Page. And now the twisted grin. Outside of the ring, Dragon Lee hit hard on the outside floor. And did Ethan Page just sucker in the champion for the victory? Oh, wait a minute. Dragon Lee still has life left within him. The battle continues. Oh, the knee strike. Ethan Page could be out of it. Shoulders down here for another near fall. And Dragon Lee thought he had the matchup won. Went for a super kick. Ethan Page right to the midsection. And now the right hand. Dragon Lee coming right back. And look at this back and forth. Ethan Page digging down deep with some devious tactics here tonight to try and get the victory. And the back and forth continues. Big right hand. Dragon Lee may have very little left. Punt kick. And again, Ethan Page basking in the boos from the NXT universe. And now trying to put this away. Dragon Lee nails the forearm. From behind now. Up on the shoulders. And oh, what an uppercut. Ethan Page was thinking ahead. And now Dragon Lee sent into the corner. Catches the boot. And Dragon Lee with the high crossbody. Trying to catch Ethan Page by surprise. Almost had him. Only a near fall. What a kick. And the champion could be closing in now. Ethan Page back to his feet. Arm drag. Taking Ethan Page for a ride. And now looking for perhaps Operation Dragon. Ethan Page counters. Went for a clothesline, nobody home. What a flurry this is at the end of this match. Both men duking it out. And Ethan Page with the roll up. Handful of tights. The referee doesn't realise it all. You've got to be kidding me.
Here is your winner, All Ego, Ethan Page.
Page has earned himself a title match.
You think I have nobody, don't you, Sean? You think nobody would want to help me out? Well, that's where you are wrong. I accept your challenge, and I will have a brother in my corner, Zachary Wentz.
All right, so you were right. I wasn't ready, and I didn't understand the situation, but now we both know what we are up against.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah, I got us a handicap match next week against Obler, and he accepted.
You did what?
That was an interesting conversation. So right now we move on to more women's division action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Chelsea, Michigan, Fallon Henley.
Earlier tonight we saw Jacy Jayne advance to this Sunday's Spring Breakin to compete in the gauntlet match to determine the inaugural Women's North American Champion. Fallon Henley now looking to take the final spot in that matchup as she goes one-on-one with Jaida Parker.
From Miami, Florida, Jaida Parker.
Well, Jaida Parker looks ready to go. Looking to make a name for herself here on NXT. Who's going to take the final spot in that gauntlet match on Sunday? Who's going to get the opportunity to make history by becoming the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion? The NXT Universe are on their feet as Fallon Henley gets set to face Jaida Parker. And the bell sounds. Here we go. And Henley right out of the gate, taking Parker down. Side headlock applied. And Jaida able to escape. Now into another tie-up slap there to the back of the head. And we of course know the frustration that Henley has been going through lately. She finally gets an opportunity. She finally gets her next matchup, and she can't afford to waste it here tonight. Cover by Jaida to end it early, and a kick out. And now lifting Fallon Henley back to her feet. Big slap, forearm to the midsection. Here comes Henley trying to mount a comeback. Shot there to the chest. And now Jaida sent off the ropes. Henley going underneath. Right into a back elbow, but Jaida avoids it. Well scouted there by Jaida Parker. And look at the power on display. Oh, knee to the skull. Jaida Parker certainly an effective striker. Who is going to take the final spot in the gauntlet match this Sunday at Spring Breakin for the vacant Women's North American Championship? So far, Lyra Valkyria, Kiana James, Tatum Paxley, and Jacy Jayne have already advanced. And Jaida Parker, gets hit with a DDT. It may be Fallon Henley going to Spring Breakin. Parker, though, kicks out at 2. Keeps the matchup alive. And now trying to fight back. Henley gets sent into the corner. Big forearm. And now sending Fallon coast to coast. Turnbuckle to turnbuckle. Elbow there to the spine. And Jaida almost mocking Fallon Henley. And Henley is somebody that has been going through a rough time as of late, not getting many opportunities here on the white and gold brand. Finally, one has come around for her here tonight, and she can't afford to waste it. Oh! Jaida able to turn things around in the corner, and now, Henley's being set up. Oh, and Jaida right to the midsection. Cover, will that be enough? Jaida to advance, and a near fall. And now frustration on display from Jaida Parker, who's looking to make a name for herself here tonight on NXT. This could be a turning point in her career as a professional wrestler. Shoulder tackle there in the corner. Trying to follow up, but Fallon Henley has something else in mind. Jaida face first. And a basement dropkick there from Henley. And now out of the ring goes Jaida. No! Caught her right in the face. And now Jaida with a slap, body shot, and an arm wringer. Stringing together some offense now is Jaida Parker. Kick there to the skull by Henley. And now trying to set her up. Fallon planting down Jaida to punch her ticket to Spring Breakin to make the most of this opportunity, but Jaida is still in this. And we have reached the stalemate of sorts. Backbreaker there from Henley, and Fallon following up with a lariat. And she's feeling it right now, but Jaida's back to her feet. Henley doesn't realise. And what a forearm. Splash in the corner on the other side of the ring. And it's Jaida Parker closing in on a victory. Henley putting up one hell of a fight herself. Big forearm though by Jaida. And Henley may not have a clue where she's at right now. Nice neck breaker. Into the cover on Henley. And Henley grabs the bottom rope. preserving her chances of going to Sunday's Spring Breakin Premium Live event. And Jaida is arguing now with the official. Meanwhile, Henley's back to her feet. Saddle up. That Shining Wizard connects. Cover on Jaida. Henley's done it.
Here is your winner, Fallon Henley.
Well, the attitude of Jaida Parker just cost her tonight. She argued with the official, took her eyes off the ball, and Fallon Henley was able to take advantage. Henley takes the final spot in the gauntlet match on Sunday.
Trick, if it comes down to me and you at Spring Breakin, then just know nothing will stand in the way of me becoming NXT champion.
The feeling is mutual. May the best man win.
Welcome back, everyone, to NXT, and it's main event time.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Carmelo. Hey!
Well, it's time for the second semi-finals match in the NXT Championship Tournament. And this match will determine who faces Trick Williams this Sunday at Spring Breakin in the finals. Ilya Dragunov was forced to relinquish the NXT title following Stand and Deliver. Who's going to capitalize on this opening in the main event division on the white and gold brand? Here comes the man that Hayes is up against. The always bouncy Javon Evans.
And his opponent from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 170 pounds, Javon Evans.
Well, Javon Evans has already had a shot at becoming NXT champion, and he was unsuccessful when he took on Bron Breakker, who was champion at that time. Tonight he finds himself very close to becoming NXT champion again. He just needs to get past Carmelo Hayes. So here we go, we are underway. Our main event tonight on NXT will determine who goes to Spring Breakin, and what a forearm right out of the gate by Javon Evans. Evans following up. Face first goes Melo, early cover. And Hayes will kick. Way too early to secure the victory. And now here comes Melo. Taken aback maybe, after Javon Evans come out of the gate swinging. But that is the kind of attitude you need in order to become NXT champion. Maybe the attitude that Javon was lacking when he faced Bron Breakker. Here's the coming out of the cutter by Hayes, and a kick out by Javon. Both men back to their feet, and Hayes takes Javon down again. And Hayes getting a bit too cocky right here. Evans to the midsection. And look at Javon with the strikes on display. Carmelo Hayes, oh! Well, he missed out there. And Evans looking for a super kick. Carmelo Hayes coming right back. Jawbreaker slows him down. And Evans able to land on his feet, and he caught that drop kick. And now Melo's on the move through the ropes. Who will advance to the finals of the NXT Championship Tournament? Coming soon to Universe Mode, NXT's next premium live event, NXT Spring Breakin. Don't miss this night of great in-ring action as grudge matches take place Championships are put on the line. NXT Spring Breakin coming soon to Universe Mode. Welcome back everyone to NXT. This is our main event tonight. It is the semi-finals between Javon Evans and Carmelo Hayes in the NXT Championship Tournament. Nice head scissor takedown there by Evans. And now Javon Evans laying in to Carmelo Hayes. Nice backflip, lands on his feet, into that belly to back. And it's Javon Evans closing in here. Standing moonsault, nicely executed. Cover on Melo for a 2 count. 1 count closer to making it to the finals to face Trick Williams for the vacant NXT Championship, and Melo just caught Javon out of the air with that back elbow. And now trying to capitalize from the top crossbody. What a matchup so far. Here's the cover now by Carmelo, and Javon kicks out in time. Oh, went for a super kick. Javon now to the midsection. And Hayes up against the ropes. Evans sends him up and over. And oh, that boy is bouncy. Over the top rope goes Javon, wiping out Carmelo Hayes. And now the young OG trying to capitalize. Trying to make the most out of this opportunity. Javon looking for the cutter. Nobody home. And now it's Carmelo. Oh, he thought about something there. Decided against it. And that hesitation may cost him. Oh, what a knee. And Melo's in position. Melo's in the drop zone. Javon Evans went for the frog splash. Hayes out of the way. And now Carmelo Hayes going to send him off the ropes into a back body drop. Kick right to the face. It is all about going to the finals of this tournament to become NXT champion. Taking advantage of an unfortunate situation. An injury to Ilya Dragunov. And Javon Evans out of the corner with a forearm. And could Evans have Melo on the ropes here? Carmelo Hayes turning things around, springboard into the splash, twisting his entire body to land it. Cover, Evans stays in the match. What a semi-finals. And the NXT Universe are on their feet. Fast 48. Cover. Evans in trouble, but he manages to kick just in the nick of time. If this is anything like the finals, we are in for a treat on Sunday. Javon Evans setting up Melo. Brainbuster. Spikes him. And now measuring his man. Hayes has to be rocked. Big clothesline and a kip up. Evans, oh, went for a kick, missed out. And so did Hayes. And Javon caught that one. And now trying to set up Melo. But he goes through the ropes into a drop kick. What a back and forth this has been. Reversal by Evans. Oh, the cutter. Out of nowhere. Evans going up high. Javon Evans. Oh, he couldn't land it. Hayes back up to a vertical base. And now running in. Planting Evans face first. The tilt-a-whirl face buster. And now trying to set up Evans. Trying to put him away. Scissor kick. No wasted motion by Carmelo Hayes into the cover. And oh, I thought he had him. How was that not the end of this? Carmelo Hayes is being taken to an absolute limit. That says a lot about Javon Evans. He is holding his own with one of the very best in NXT. And now Evans set up on the top turnbuckle. What does Carmelo have in mind here? Another cutter maybe. Yes, from the top rope this time. And Javon wisely getting out of the ring to the apron. Big shot, dazes Evans. And oh my goodness, what a move. And now Carmelo Hayes with a frog splash of his own. Hooks the leg right away to advance to the finals, kick out by Evans. What an incredible match. What is it going to take to put one of these men down for that 3 count? Hayes nobody home. And now Javon Evans. Stunner. And will that get Javon to the finals of this tournament? Near fall. You have got to be kidding me. These two are exhausting their entire repertoires. Trying to put the other down. And Evans again missing out. So did Hayes. And here comes Evans. Building momentum. Hayes with the reversal. Evans in the corner momentarily. Big kick to the skull. Hayes is dazed. And Javon with the cutter. From the high rent district, Evans flies and this time lands. What a moonsault into the cover on Hayes. Javon's done it. Oh my goodness. It doesn't get closer than that. And Javon is now shook. What else do these two men have left in the tank? They have hit their best shots on each other. And oh, Evans lands on his feet right into that pump kick. Oh, looking for the first 48 again. Superman forearm by Evans. And now coming off the ropes into a crucifix pin. Just trying to take Hayes off guard here. Shoulders down for a 2 count. And Evans is feeling it. Javon Evans setting up Hayes. Precarious situation now for both of these men. Superplex coming up, but Hayes able to counter it. And Evans now in trouble. Nothing but net. He shoots, he scores, because Melo don't miss. Hayes advances to the finals. And here comes Trick Williams. These two friends collide on Sunday